Hello and welcome to the Round 1 highlights of the 2009 AMNet Historic Series, proudly brought to you by AMNet Internet Services and Austeam Racing. This round sees us at Watkins Glen in upstate New York. And just to get a preview of the track, we're viewing pole sitter Brett Stone in his 65 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. Exiting the outer loop and onto the back straight, Stone gets to stretch the legs of that massive 350 under the bonnet. Coming up to turn 10, Stone's Chevy is catching up to a whole host of cars, including Lotus Elans and Lotus Cortinas. The 2009 AMNet Historic Series is all about different makes and models, as well as different classes. Whilst the Chevrolet Corvette and the Lotus Elans will be battling with the Mustangs and Jaguars and Porsches in the GT class, in the touring car class we'll have Cortinas, Minis and Alfa and a few Renaults in the mix as well. Everyone's gridded up, 33 cars are facing the start in what should be an action-packed race. The green flag has dropped and there looks to be a stalled car. It's Paul Rogers in the Corvette Stingray. Adam Banfield gives him a dust-up. Oh, Jim Cooper really hits him, and Gavin Chatters and Mark Tester have also been caught up in the calamity. Leaders are heading down into turn 1, and further back you can see the plumes of smoke from Cooper's Elan. A couple of cars getting sideways there and a tyre squeals from the Dunlops. Up through the S's and everyone's trying to sort themselves out. Brett Stone leading the way from Warren Pete, Peter Latham, Warwick Brown in the Mustang and Alan Cullen in the Porsche making up the top 5. It looks like we have a spinner. It's Marty Atkins in the Cortina pointing the wrong way, and he gets his nose taken off for his troubles. Down to the inner loop for the first time. The positions are unchanged. It's Stone, Peed, Latham, Brown, Cullen, Stu Chug and Travis Fox and a bunch of Mustangs. That's Jason Beale leading the touring car class in the Alfa GT, and following is Brett Fisher in the Lotus Cortina with Russell Clasby and Carl Pesenhofer in the Minis. Warwick Brown is coming under increasing pressure from Stuart Chug in the Lotus Elan. A lock break. Travis Fox outbrakes himself and loses a position to Ed Cullen. We're now riding on board Matt Cooper and watching his teammate Shane Grant round up the Mini of Carl Pesenhofer on the straight. That puts Shane up into 4th place in the touring car class. Peter Latham's got Jay Boving in the Mustang and then Cullen in the Porsche trying to find a way around. And just behind them we see Corey Henger and Mark Dunn having a royal for 9th and 10th. The big horsepower of Travis Fox easily accounts for Warwick Brown in the Mustang heading up the top straight. But one has to wonder, with all that power, how long will those tyres survive the punishment? And looking at a battle coming into the inner loop, it looks to be Jeff Kopitke in the Lotus Cortina having a small moment. He gathers it all up and gets back on with the racing. Another pass on the top straight is the teammates of Matt Cooper making a pass on Shane Grant in the Renault Alpines. And that's a big tyre lock up into turn 1. No, there's still smoke. It looks like it's an engine. Benj Lundgren Cortina. It looks to be out of today's race. Nice little close-up from Ed Cullen's Porsche. He's trying to look around Jay Boving in the Mustang, but with the big horsepower of the Mustang, it's not going to be too easy. Warwick Brown and Stu Chug battling it out for 4th and 5th positions. The Mustang's gone wide, really wide. He's captured some grass, and Stu Chug just steps around the outside and takes the position. And that's Ed Cullen and Jay Boving still continuing the battle. Oh, there's a big accident there in the background. Gary Simons flips the Porsche. Car still spinning around on its roof before it comes to rest against the tyre wall. And looking back at the battle for the lead of the touring car class now between Jason Beale in the Alfa and Matt Cooper in the Renault. That blue speck in the distance is getting closer and closer. On board now with Paul Rogers, who was trying to make back some lost ground after stalling on the grid. He sticks it up the inside of Alex Lamb in the Mustang, puts the foot down, and starts heading out after Peter Latham up through the S's. We're now on board with Jason Beale, and Matt Cooper takes the lead of the touring car class. But the Alfa is renowned for going through the corners really well, and is going to be quick through this inner loop. He gets a good run. Has a look down the inside, and he gets it back, heading down the front straight now, and Cooper takes another stab at the lead and makes it stick. as they go into turn 1. We're watching the Northern Territory boys battle out. Brent Knott, we're riding on board with him. Mike Moore in the Black Cortina. Coming into the final turn, Moore looks up the inside. Tries to get the power on nice and early. Has a bit of a moment. Oh, you better watch out for that pit wall. Oh, that had to be close. And we've got a car spinning at the exit of turn 10. It's Jason Beale, who was running in second in the touring car class. That's going to cost him a lot of places trying to get it around the right way. Looks like we have Corey Hengel running a little bit wide at the inner loop and using the grass to slow down the Mustang. And once again, Corey battling with those tyres. I think after that nice little drift, they will be more like jelly than tyres. We're rolling on board now with Dan Kirby in the Lotus Elan. He puts a wheel in the dirt. Oh, that's not going to be good. And unfortunately, that damage will put him out of the race. Warwick Brown having a battle with the Elans of Warren Pete and Stuart Chugg. And it appears this time that the Elans will get the better of him, at least until the back straight. Gavin Chat having a small little moment on the back straight. That car might need some tender loving care after today's race. We're watching the Elans of Warren Pete and Stuart Chugg. And Warren Pete's gone in a bit too hot and he's undone all the great work he's been shown throughout the race. At one stage there he was running as high as second. Good old drag race between the E-Type Jag of Adam Banfield and the Mustang of Steve Lewis, with Banfield picking himself up in 7th place. A bit of a lock brake heading into the inner loop. He gathers it all up and points it in the right direction. Andy Savage trying to round up the damaged Porsche Gavin Chat. But the Porsche looks like it has a bit too much straight-line speed for the Lotus Cortina. And it's down to the last few laps of the race with Brett Stone just getting some fuel so he can go the distance. And as he exits his pit bay, look towards the top of the screen, and on the inside line there is a red Porsche of Ed Cullen and Warwick Brown in the Mustang. Brett Stone exits the pits and it's going to be very tight between these cars. Jason Beale on the little Alpha is also mixed up in it. It could get very tight from here on here. Getting into the outer loop, Brett Stone just runs that little bit wide. Ed Cullen grabs the position, says thank you very much, and they head down the back straight. But one thing those Chevys have got is cubic inches, and there's no substitute for them, and Brett Stone puts it down the inside and grabs the lead back with Paul Rogers unlapping himself at the same time. There's not much gap between these two cars. It's going to go all the way down to the flag. And there we have the winner, Brett Stone in the 65 Chevrolet Stingray. Ed Cullen finishing in 2nd place. And coming home in 3rd place is Warwick Brown in the Mustang. In the touring car class, Matt Cooper and Shane Graham take out a Renault 1-2, with Andy Savage coming home Cortina for 3rd. On behalf of the series managers, I'd like to thank you for watching the highlights package from round 1 of the AmNet Historic Series for 2009 from Watkins Glen, and we look forward to catching up with you soon.